This is a clip from a recent episode of the Keep Off the Grass LiveCast.
Yeah, I want to jump in real quick too and kind of dispel a little bit of a myth that mulching your grass contributes to thatch buildup. And all the academic articles that I've read, that's not the case. Where the grass clippings decompose, especially if you're following like the 1/3 rule and cutting frequently enough, the grass clippings decompose faster than they can kind of build up, and it's more of like overfeeding your lawn and things like that that can have the grass crowns actually grow and get thatchy. I mean, you might get like a dead material kind of build-up problem like I had last year, but you know it's a little bit different than actual thatch from the grass.
Yep, that's where I get a lot of. I have a lot of like neighbors and friends. Some customers are like, "Hey, is this thatch?" I'm like, "No, there's a huge difference between thatch and debris, right? So debris does not decompose at all. And if you guys have seen debris from a St. Augment, it's literally 2 to 3 inches thick, long. So that will not decompose. So we recommend like dry molasses and stuff like that. That will help decompose all that, I guess, built thatch, but that's not thatch, it's debris. So that's for the St. Aug guys that are here. I hope there's some, right?
So let's talk about that real quick. I mean, we're talking about back to basics, right? And kind of what I think we were hoping to accomplish with this show is to say, like, somebody's new to lawn care, somebody's kind of just dipping their toes, into the kiddie pool. Like, somebody talk about the difference. What is the difference between your thatch layer and your dead material that we're talking about?
Yeah, I'd like to know.
Does
my
grass get
understanding,
thatch? I'm asking for Cody. I don't know if he knows. Does your Bermuda grass get thatch?
No, somebody asked me that question in one of my messages, and honestly, the last couple of years that I've actually been, taking care of my lawn, when I scalped for the fall and winter or whatever, there was not a lot of thatch at all, and that was over 2 years that I've been actually paying attention. But other than that, I don't see a lot of thatch out there, or maybe some just dead layer, dead grass or whatever. So for me, what everyone was saying, like Sean was saying about the thatch, how it's different. I didn't know that. I just learned something new myself. I thought it was all your dead clippings, and when you mulch or do whatever, and it doesn't break down, or it just stays right there on the soil. But learning something new every day.
Yeah, I mean thatch is that it's a spongy layer that actually grows out of the grass plant. So it's kind of like a mix of like shoots from the grass plant, different like stems, things like that. That's actually like the thatch of a grass plant. And then, like you said, Cody, and David said too, you hit the nail on the head that, it's a little bit different than, the dead material that doesn't break down. So, thatch is actually a healthy thing to have in your grass. It helps hold moisture into the soil. But if you have too much thatch, that's when it's a problem, because then it actually prevents your fertilizers and even like water from penetrating down into the soil, because it just gets absorbed in that thatch layer instead of making it down into the dirt. So
yeah, so actually Bermuda Brian says that Bermuda does thatch, and then Grass Doctor chimed in and said all grasses will thatch, but grasses with rhizomes and stolons will produce more because of those. So I know David was saying, you got a lot of stolons and stuff. So how's your thatch layer?
Bro, yeah, a lot. Especially, I always another thing that builds up thatch is over fertilizing. So we really have to be very careful when you over fertilize, because it will build tons of thatch, a lot.
Okay.
So
exactly.
We have to be super, super careful. I know what I'm doing, so that's the reason why I over fertilize, because I like to try out new product. But I know I'm taking that risk, right? Like for example, my customer's lawn, of course I'm not gonna over fertilize. Why? Because that's their lawn. But with my lawn, I like to try a lot of different things, tons of new products that I buy out of my pocket so I can try it out to see what works and what doesn't work, right?
Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe to the Keep Off the Grass livecast on YouTube and join us every Tuesday night at 10 o'clock, 9 Central for the next DIY lawn care discussion.